Hi, this week we're going to be starting with general psychology, and we're going to do that by examining two forces, culture and gender, that have a tremendous impact on our behavior, but that we really take for granted. I don't think most of us even realize how much it influences us. But before you can dive into all of this material, you need to make sure that you have completed the Getting Ready materials. I know most of you have already tackled this, but a few of you haven't. In addition to reviewing the course documents, there's a few brief videos that you're going to watch. And then you also need to make sure that you take the orientation quiz, score 100%. You can take it as many times as you need to, and you have to do that in order to be able to access the learning units for this week, culture and gender, or really any other week. So if you're not seeing this, it's because you still need to go back and complete the course orientation quiz. So opening up this folder, I want to just first speak a little bit about the assigned resources that I have provided. Of course, you have a brief textbook reading. Typically, the textbook reading will be a lot longer than this, but since this was week one, I wanted to keep it kind of brief. I've also provided you with a reading guide to highlight the key topics from the textbook reading. To enhance that, I've provided an online article about two different cultural styles, individualism and collectivism. And then I've also provided you with two videos, both of which have had a number of views and are considered to be really well done. I think Lacey's video here about gender, sex, gender identity, gender expression has a number of views, which tells me that it really resonates with people, and I think she does a fantastic job of explaining these concepts. The second video examines gender roles and how these gender roles influence us in a positive way, but also he really emphasizes some of the negative ways that we are impacted by our gender roles, and particularly with a look at the violence and harassment that is perpetuated against women. And that will end up being the theme for this week's discussion board. Every week you will have a graded activity. This week that graded activity is the discussion board, and I thought, given the amount of attention and interest that has been paid to the Me Too movement, the number of women that are coming forward to speak about the violence, the harassment, the assault that's been perpetuated against them, I found this to be particularly timely. So when you click here, it will open up a Google document that lists your group discussion board activities. So all of you are expected to provide an initial post on just one of the topics that are listed here. That post needs to be made by the end of Thursday, but I encourage you to read over the questions and decide which one you want to tackle, and you can actually reserve that ahead of time. If you want to know how to reserve it, you can look at the discussion board video in the course orientation videos in the Getting Ready folder. So you need to have your post by Thursday. You're going to be integrating information from the resources as well as your reflection on it. And then you're also going to be providing responses by the end of the week, so that's the end of Sunday, to two different topics. And so definitely look over this assignment early on in the week so you know what you're doing. And then finally, there is an optional quiz that I've created. This is not worth any credit. You're welcome to take it as many times as you wish. It's just designed to make sure that you're understanding the material and gives you some experience with the way I ask questions. And certainly if you haven't done it already, make sure that you're introducing yourself and connecting with some of the other people in your group, including me. If you have questions, post them to the Q&A forum, or of course you can always reach out to me via email, text, or phone calls. I look forward to working with you. Have a great week.